Good morning. Welcome to another fabulous episode of How Many Tabs Are Open on Mr. Johnson's computer? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 tabs today. All right, so we're going to start off with one of those, just kind of review what the skill is, and then we will do an activity, and then we'll review the quiz thing. I think it's a practice quiz today. Alrighty, so how are the two images the same? How are they different? Easy things to do whenever you start making observations for shapes is obviously count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, how are they the same? They are both quadrilaterals. Remember, a quadrilateral is a four-sided polygon. Both of these have four sides. All right, and how are they different? Well, we have 90-degree angles over here, and then we have an acute and an obtuse angle over here. So how are they different? The shape on the right is a square and has four 90-degree angles. That means this one's a rhombus because it does not have four 90-degree angles and it looks like all four sides are congruent. So just some review on quadrilaterals. Four sides, if they have 90-degree angles in every corner, that's a square. If they do not, then that is a rhombus if all the sides are congruent. Remember, congruent means same size, same shape. All right, so let's take a look at today's assignment. Guessing it's on polygons. Don't know why I think that. All right, so looks like something we have to do with shapes. Water. Maybe this will load up. All right, follow the directions on each slide to review classifying 2D shapes by their attributes. Remember, in fifth grade, it's more than just like this is a parallelogram. We also have to, know all the rules. All right, so this we're going to put a check mark next to all of these, whether it is yes, one of those things, or no, not one of those things. So this is a polygon, yes, because we have a closed figure made up of straight lines. So yes, it is a polygon. It's got four sides, so yes, it is a quadrilateral. All sides congruent. Nope, these sides are different than these two sides. All right. Are the opposite sides congruent? Is this side congruent to this one? Yeah. Is this side congruent to this one? Yeah. Do you have any right angles? Do you see any of those squares in the corners? No, this is an obtuse angle. This is an acute angle. So we do not have any right angles. Parallelogram. Does it have two sets of parallel sides? Yeah, it does. These two sides are parallel, and these two sides are parallel. So it is, yes, a parallelogram. Does it have an obtuse angle? Yeah. Right over here, we're talking an obtuse angle, right? That is larger than 90 degrees. It's like the chair that's leaned back too far, right? Someone sat in the chair and they broke it and it's leaned back too far. So yes, we do have an obtuse angle. And and does it have all acute angles? No. It's got an obtuse angle here, an obtuse angle here, and then an acute angle there and an acute angle there. So it does not have all acute angles. It does have acute angles, but not all acute angles. All right. So there's the first page. And you're going to do this with all the shapes. All right. So obviously, we're looking at another polygon. That's another quadrilateral. It does look like all sides are congruent. It does look like opposite sides are congruent. We have four right angles. That means this is a parallelogram because this side and these sides are congruent. I don't see any obtuse angles, and I don't see any acute angles. So go ahead and fill out the checklist according to what we just witnessed. All right. This is a square. All right. This is a trapezoid. All right. So it is a polygon still. Closed figure made up of lines. Yes. It is a quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Yes. Are all sides congruent? No. This side is longer than this side, so we know that that's not congruent. Are the opposite sides congruent? This has one set of opposite sides that's congruent, but not this side. Right angles, I don't see any squares in the corners. Parallelogram, it cannot be a parallelogram because these two sides are parallel, but these two sides, remember, if we follow them up, would eventually intersect. Remember, trapezoids kind of look like a triangle if you follow the lines up. All right, so this one does not, it is not a parallelogram, okay? It does have obtuse angles, but it does not have all acute angles. Oops. I mean, it does have obtuse angles. Let me just clear all that. So yeah, it is a parallelogram. It does have an obtuse angle. It does not have all acute angles. All right. So keep thinking about those words. What do they mean? Because they'll show up again. They're not going away. All right. Polygon. Is this a polygon? Is it made up of straight lines? And is it a closed figure? Yes. Is it a quadrilateral? Absolutely not. This is a triangle. It only has 3 sides. So nope. Are all sides congruent? No. This side over here is longer than these 2 sides over here. All right. If we folded this side down, it would just kind of overlap over here. Opposite sides congruent? There are no opposite sides, right? This is not really opposite from anything. Right angle? Yes, it does have a right angle. Obtuse angle? Oh, parallelogram? Cannot be. Triangles cannot be parallelograms. Does it have an obtuse angle? Yeah, it does. Oh, wait, no, it does not. It does not have an obtuse angle. It has a right angle and 2 acute angles, right? This is smaller than 90 degrees. This is smaller than 90 degrees, and this is a right angle. It does not have an obtuse angle, but it does not have all acute angles. Yes, it does have 2 acute angles, but not all acute angles. All right, next, choose the shape. Polygon. Okay, so we're looking at a closed figure made up of lines. Quadrilateral. We need 4 sides. Parallelogram. That means that 2 sides, opposite sides, are congruent. And then finally, all sides congruent. That one tells us which one it is. All of these do not have 4 congruent sides. So put the check next to which shape has all sides congruent. This is your big tip. All sides congruent. Here, let me show you a little. Maybe this will help. Remember, these lines kind of show you congruency. So which one has all congruent sides? Next one. Choose the shape. All right, it's got to be a polygon. All of these are closed shapes made up of lines, so they are all polygons. They are all triangles because they all have 3 sides. Acute angles. Okay, this one has a right angle, so that one does not work. All sides can, or let's say acute angles. This one has 1, 2, 3 acute angles. That's looking good. This one has 1, 2 acute angles and 1 obtuse angle. Okay, so we found one that does not have all acute angles, and then also, if you look at the side lengths, there is only one that has completely congruent side lengths. So, which one has all acute angles and all sides congruent? Look at the congruency lines and pick the best one. All right, next one. Okay, so the next one, polygons. All of these are closed figures made up of straight lines. Quadrilaterals, all these have 4 sets, or 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And then 1 set of parallel sides. All right, so let's check the parallels. That is parallel to that, so that's 1 set. That is parallel to that, so that's 2 sets. All right, so this one has 1 set of parallel lines, but the other set of lines would trap a triangle, so they are not parallel. And then you have parallel lines there, and then parallel lines there. So which one of these only has 1 set of parallel sides? That one has 2. This one has 2. All right. Next one, fill in the organizer. Move the check next to the shape that belongs in the question mark. So we need a four-sided figure with two sets of parallel sides. It also needs to have four 90-degree angles. So which one of these things is a four-sided shape that has two sets of parallel sides and 90-degree angles? Two of these shapes do not have 90-degree angles. They are not rectangles. Only one of these shapes has 90-degree angles and is a rectangle. Which one of these shapes has a 90-degree angle in every corner? Every corner has a 90-degree angle, and it is also a parallelogram and a quadrilateral. I wonder which one it is. I wonder which one it is. All right. I think that's all for the activity, and then after that, let's take a look at the pre-quiz. Oh, today's Thursday. It's a real quiz. Okay, so today's quiz is for grade. All right, so you have two chances. Just do your best. Look at the diagram below. These are all triangles. All right, so one of these words fits right there. One of these words is an actual vocabulary word. All right, so remember isosceles. That was a two sides are the same on a triangle. Equilateral, that's when all three sides are congruent. What was it called when only one side is no sides are congruent? Sorry, no congruent sides. So isosceles, remember, is two congruent sides. Equilateral is three congruent sides. What was the name for no congruent sides on a triangle? A triangle with no congruent sides. What is a triangle with no congruent sides? Which one of these was a triangle with no congruent sides that we learned about? One of those is a vocabulary word. Hint, hint, a table with three legs that are different sizes may lean. All right, the graphic organizer here is not complete. Which word completes the graphic organizer? All right, so we're talking about quadrilaterals, so four-sided, right? And not only that, we're talking about parallelograms. That means that two opposite sides are parallel. We're talking about rectangles, all right? So that means four 90-degree angles. But this over here is blank. The next thing that I have is square. So just remember, a square has to have four 90-degree angles and four congruent sides. So I think what needs to go here is a word that means a polygon with four congruent sides. So what was the polygon with four congruent sides? All right, that should be it. So if you have any questions, reach out to your teachers. I hope that you are all doing well. Let's see, I think today's a normal schedule. So yeah, if you need anything, let me know. And like and subscribe if you feel like it. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you later. Bye.